Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening to all of you, wherever you are in the world. I am delighted to welcome you all to the Green Destinations Story Awards 2022. I am Louisa Hemmer, coordinator at Green Destinations, and will be hosting the ceremony with my great friend, Rob Holmes, founder of GLP Films.
Rob, hey Louise, thanks. Yeah. Sorry, no. Well, thanks for being here, everyone. It's honestly, it's a great day for everyone, considering everything going on in the world right now, to be together. This is a great collaboration between Green Destinations, GLP Films, ITV Berlin, and this year's host, Visit Portugal. So really just excited to be here and celebrate these great positive stories around sustainability and destination management. So without further ado, I'll pass it on to Albert, the founder of Green Destinations. Albert.
Thank you, Rob and Louise. I'm Albert Salmon, president of the Green Destinations organization. Hello, everyone. A warm welcome to the Green Destinations Story Awards, also from my side. This is the ultimate celebration of the Top 100 Stories competition. 160 destinations around the world joined the competition this year to share their story with us all. This makes for the world's biggest storytelling on destination sustainability. And all these stories together cover the pillars of sustainable tourism. As you know, people, planet, and profit. But over the last weeks, our hearts have been going out to the Ukrainian people, brave, but also the unfortunate victims of brutal aggression, atrocities, and maybe war crimes. May I therefore refer to two other pillars, which are perhaps even more fundamental to sustainability at this time. The first one is peace. And the second one is the fundamental right of people to live in freedom, personal freedom and political freedom. Like so many other organizations, Green Destinations refuses to engage with all those trampling people, peace, freedom, environment, and justice. And I'm pleased to assure you today that all top 100 stories were submitted by destinations committed to peace. Apparently, those planning for war are not caring about sustainability, and they are not caring about tourism at all. When we see the tourism potential of Ukraine destroyed by Russia these days, how lucky are we today that we can celebrate the benefits of tourism for peace and for free people? That is what we will be enjoying in this event today. A big thanks to all the finalists for their efforts. A big thanks also to the awards jury, our communication partners, and especially to our event partners, ITV Berlin, GLP Films, and Visit Portugal. Thank you so much for working together on a hopefully wonderful event. I hope you all enjoy the inspiration and celebrate the storytellers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Albert, for this great introduction and this important message. It is Green Destinations' honor to put these destinations on the spotlight today in the hope that their stories and their experiences as resilient destinations will inspire others. I would now like to welcome Luis Araújo, President of Turismo de Portugal, to say a few words.
Thank you, Louise, and good morning to everyone, and thank you, Albert and Rob. It's wonderful to be here, and I have to say that for Turismo de Portugal, for Visit Portugal, it's a wonderful moment to be associated with Green Destinations in these awards. We have been working hard in order to transform our tourism here in Portugal, but also in the entire world, for a better planet. We need a better planet. And we know these are very challenging moments, and it's difficult to be celebrating something when so many are suffering. But it's also during these moments and these times that we value freedom and we value peace. So thank you so much. We hope that many of the ones that applied, and the ones that we'll celebrate today will also remember and think of this value of peace and the value of freedom, because this is the industry of peace and freedom. So we're here also to celebrate that and to send a message to those that are suffering, and especially our colleagues from Visit Ukraine, that this too will pass, and we will be rejoining them and celebrating very, very soon. So thank you very much for this opportunity, and please count on us, count on Portugal to bring this message of peace and freedom, and most important, of sustainability to the rest of the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Luis, for this great invitation. We're delighted to have Visit Portugal as host for this ceremony. So thank you again. Rob, if you'd like to say a few words.
Are we going into the first category?
I think, unfortunately, Rika Jean-Francois was supposed to join us today. It seems like there is a technical problem, so I'm sure she'll be able to join us a little bit later in the ceremony. So yes, I think we can just dig in and start celebrating.
Sure. Well, that's the beauty of a live event. So this isn't scripted. This isn't planned out in advance. So that's the beauty. We're all here and present. I guess my high level comment here, and really just supporting Albert's comment and Luis, is, you know, if there's one thing we've learned after a 2-year pandemic, the entire world has experienced, I think, that unity and community coming now with what's going on in the world with Ukraine, et cetera, that unity continues, that collaboration continues. And as Luis just said, you know, I think one of the more positive things I'm really excited about, that I think we're all excited about, is just seeing how tourism has changed in a wonderful way. And I think you'll see a lot of great examples and stories today on how, you know, sustainability is really having a wonderful momentum here now, and people really seeing the importance of protecting nature, culture, communities, and making tourism right, and building it back better, but doing it the right way. And so I think today is a great day to celebrate all of that and what's to come.
Great. So before we just start with the first category, I would like to highlight that there are 7 categories of awards that will be presented today, with first, second, and third places awarded for the 5 categories coming from the 2021 Top 100 Stories competition. And in addition, like previous year, the ITB Earth Award selected amongst the Top 100 Stories will be announced by Rika Jean-Francois. I hope that by then she's able to join us. And the destination that has received the most votes during the social media campaign, letting the general public vote for their favorite story that took place in January and February 2022, will be awarded the People's Choice Award. So Rob, can I let you introduce the first category?
Sure. And let me see here. Let me, will it pop up on the screen, the first category, the localizing?
Yes, if you just introduce it, then the video will pop up.
Say that again.
If you just introduce the category, then when it's time to find out more about the stories, then the video will pop up on the screen.
Okay. Oh, so I'll just be noting each of the category, each of the nominees. Mm-hmm. Okay. The first category is localizing and decarbonization of the destination supply chain. As a lot of us saw just this past year at COP26, so much effort and attention has now in a great way gone toward destinations really reducing their carbon footprint. Destinations looking at, you know, becoming net zero in 2030, 2040, et cetera. And this category was actually created based on the future of tourism, some of the priorities identified in 2021. And so today we wanted to outline the nominee destinations for this category of destinations that are doing their best to protect the environment, reduce their impact on the environment, and become carbon neutral and reduce their footprint. So here are the 6 nominated destinations for the first category. They'll be, and I'll just read them off here, Parque Nacional Tinga Maria in Peru, Alberta Southwest, Crown of the Continent in Canada, the Autonomous Region of the Azores, Portugal, Vipava Valley in Slovenia, Himua Island in Estonia, and lastly, the city of Trebinje in Bosnia and Herzegovina. And so today, of these 6 categories, of these 6 folks, they are all voted based on panelists and judges' numbers. And the really excited to identify the 3 finalists selected by the jury. And those are Parque Nacional Tinga Maria in Peru, Alberta Southwest in Canada, and last but not least, the city of Trebinje in Bosnia and Herzegovina. So let's go see these 3 individual stories together and the great show of success and accomplishment they've had. So let's play the video.
Doing transformational projects is not so much about coming up with the new ideas, but letting go of the old ones. Southwest Alberta is a rural area with vast landscapes, and a visitor is here as a self-directed traveler. So we're looking at ways to reduce the impact, of course, of our greenhouse gas emissions. We are a renewable energy center. It is one of our key economic sectors. Peaks to Prairies represents a network of electric vehicle charging stations all across southern Alberta, which allows travelers to enjoy the landscapes, visit the communities, and experience the region in a new way. Alberta is where the prairies meet the Rocky Mountains. We have warm Chinook winds and more days of sunshine than anywhere else in Canada. So it seemed logical to put the 2 ideas together and say, can we create an attractive amenity for early adopters of the new technology? And I think to have a collaboration of people with a shared vision who were able to look ahead and think innovatively, that's what carried the project through to its conclusion.
Dakle, Hercegovačka kuća osnovana je sa ciljem da se omogući lokalnim poljoprivrednim proizvođačima siguran plasman. Ja ću pomenuti da su najpoznatiji med, vino, mliječni proizvodi, zatim proizvodi od ljekovitog bilja i tako dalje, zaista pregršt proizvoda. Međutim, ono što je glavni problem bio jeste da su ti proizvodi na neki način bili razuđeni po gazdinstvima, nisu bili lako dostupni turisti koji želi da dođe u posjed tog proizvoda, poljoprivrednog proizvoda, da ga proba, da osjeti miris i ukus, i upravo nas je to opredijelilo da na jednom mjestu saberemo sve te proizvode. Pa sigurno je da je najveći izazov kroz formiranje brenda Hercegovačke kuće bila saradnja sa poljoprivrednim proizvođačima. Dakle, mi smo zaista uložili velike napore da kroz stalnu komunikaciju predstavimo poljoprivrednim proizvođačima šta to zapravo znači. Ljudi nisu navikli na takav način plasmana poljoprivrednih proizvoda i zaista je trebalo prilično dosta vremena da im omogućimo kvalitetne informacije. Evo u ovom momentu preko 130 malih proizvođača iz grada Trebinja svoje proizvode plasira kroz objekat Hercegovačke kuće. Dali smo jedan dobar temelj da se poljoprivreda, da kažemo, postane interesantna sve većem broju mladih ljudi, da su se oni uvjerili da se od poljoprivrede može živjeti i da njihovi proizvodi mogu biti dostupni i vidljivi ne samo u Trebinju, nego u čitavoj Bosni i Hercegovini, ali i širem regionu.
El Parque Nacional Tingombría en la década de los 80 y 90 es tierra de nadie, porque vivía aislado con el terrorismo y el narcotráfico. La gente cansada del terrorismo, lo que buscaba era la tranquilidad, y la tranquilidad fue que el apoyo que les venían brindando las otras instituciones en el cambio de la coca por cacao por café, por plátanos, entre otros productos del pan llevar. Y es ahí que la misma población se puso a dar cuenta que la conservación fue un primer impulso para que ellos tengan otra mira en un turismo sostenible. Ahora podemos ver que los actores locales dan todo por el Parque Nacional Tingo-María, se sienten orgullosos del área natural, ya que gracias a ellos han dejado antes y borrado el tema de violencia, el narcotráfico. Ahora pueden decir ellos mismos que a razón de este cambio, ya ellos viven del turismo. Y ahora ellos son los que nos dicen a nosotros mismos: yo conservo el Parque Nacional Tingo-María. Y es una satisfacción bien grande para nosotros de que día a día, estando y conviviendo con ellos para capacitarlos y motivarlos a que la conservación es lo más importante, eso se siente satisfactorio.
Well, I think personally for me, one of my highlights with this event each year is having the opportunity to interview and talk to all these people around the world, and it was really great. So these first stories, nothing more important than electric vehicles now, and so great to see what's going on in Southwest Alberta in Canada. Then you look at the food in Bosnia-Herzegovina, bringing people together. And then what better than community tourism and really supporting local communities and protecting the national park, in Peru. So just really great to share these stories. So I'm happy to say that the awards go to third place is awarded to Alberta Southwest, Crown of the Continent in Canada. Second place goes to Parque Nacional Tingo-María in Peru. And the winner of Green Destination Story Award category, localizing and decarbonization of the destination supply chain, goes to the city of Trebinje in Bosnia and Herzegovina. So congratulations to all the nominees. There's so many destinations that applied and got involved here. So I really want to say, congratulations, not just to the finalists and the winner, but also all the people that took the time and effort to submit their story for this year. So congratulations to everyone.
Yes, congratulations. And thank you so much, as you said, Rob, for sharing these projects with Green Destinations and with the world. They really are great examples to follow and to get inspiration from. Now let's move to the second category of awards, which is communities and culture. This category has always been quite popular, and it's one of my favorite, if I may say. I'm a strong believer that destination managers should be working for the residents and local communities first, before even considering visitors' interest. Focusing on creating a more attractive experience for local stakeholders will most often result in creating more attractive experiences for outside stakeholders, more welcoming residents, flourishing local businesses, great natural resources, etc. So this is becoming more and more important and relevant as visitors are seeking more authentic experiences and just want to discover new cultures and ways of life. And I am sure that our audience's travel to list is about to get bigger because there are some great stories here. The nominated destination for these categories are Futaleufu in Chile, Vail in Colorado, USA, Rewa Ecolodge in Guyana, Kamaishi in Japan, Sarima in Estonia, and Dahar destination in Tunisia. So again, congratulations to all these nominated destinations. And amongst those 6, 3 finalists selected by the jury were Dahar destination in Tunisia, Kamaishi in Japan, and Rewa Ecolodge in Guyana. So let's find out more about their story.
In 2011, the Great East Japan earthquake and tsunami hit the city. Over 1,000 lives were lost, in the city, especially the coastal area, was devastated. We kind of looked for the way to recover as quickly as possible. We kind of decided on the tourism. So I'd like to introduce the concept of the Kamaishi Open Field Museum, which is a tourism concept in which the whole of Kamaishi city is exhibited as a museum without a roof. So using this concept, we have developed experience-based guided tours to showcase local daily life. And these days, most of Japan's local cities have been suffering from a severe population decline. So it's important to galvanize the city by promoting visitors to not only visit us, but also collaborate with us. So visitors find learning about the local people's unique ways of life to be interesting and inspiring. Local people have realized that they have fascinating skills and experiences through the program. The concept has contributed to that mindset of pride.
I want to first let the audience know that Guyana is known as the land of giants. One of those giants is the arapaima fish. So the arapaima is the largest freshwater fish in the entire world. Now, the community of Rewa, they have an immense population of the arapaima. Anglers want to come, and even if they don't catch it, at least they'll be able to interact with the fish or be able to view the fish. Now, within the communities, there was a high level of out-migration. A lot of men, leaving the communities to go to work in the mining sector, the extractive industries, which is not very sustainable. So, we took a very hard look at this and said, look, well, you guys have the assets right in your backyard, right? You have all the bird species that are highly sought after. You have the world's largest freshwater fish. So why not, one, protect those species, and at the same time that you're embarking on these conservation programs, we need to strike a balance because we need to improve livelihoods within the communities. So that's where tourism strikes that very delicate balance of providing meaningful jobs, employment, income, improving standard of living, but at the same time ensuring that the fragile ecosystems are intact. And the enterprise is registered and owned by the community. The community members are exclusively employed at the enterprise. So it's 100% indigenous centric. It's very intentional to get their support and buy-in. And that has been, I think, the major success factor here.
Destination Dahar, c'est un projet de développement territorial qui travaille sur le tourisme durable dans la région du Dahar. Donc notre rôle, c'est de faire le développement à travers le tourisme durable dans le sud de la Tunisie. Pendant un bon moment, le tourisme en Tunisie, c'est un tourisme de masse qui se base sur les plages, le soleil, la mer. À travers ce projet, nous sommes en train de changer l'image de ce tourisme classique, ce tourisme de masse dans la Tunisie, en exploitant la richesse, le patrimoine de la destination Dahar, principalement avec les sites géologiques, avec la culture amazigh, avec les lieux de tournage de films, principalement Star Wars, qui est maintenant un point d'attraction de beaucoup de touristes. La notion du tourisme durable est toute nouvelle. Donc, le premier défi, c'est de convaincre les habitants que c'est une source de développement, que ça peut leur aider à créer leur richesse, leur système économique. Donc, on ne cherche plus la grande foule. Maintenant, on cherche des petites expériences, des petits groupes familiales, les groupes des amis qui favorisent plutôt la tendance mondiale vers le tourisme durable.
Well, what I love about these, sorry,
ahead, Rob. I've just wanted to say congratulations to all these projects. It's definitely adding these destinations onto my list. I see that Rika has joined us. Just before we introduce Rika Jean-François to this ceremony, let me just finish the selection and the celebration of this communities and culture ceremony. So let's not wait any longer and announce the final results. The third place goes to Kamaishi in Japan. Congratulations. The second place of this award goes to Rewa Ecolodge in Guyana, which means that the winner of the Green Destination Story Awards category Community and Culture goes to Dahar Destination in Tunisia. Congratulations to all 3 finalists and all the nominees. And remember that if you want to know more about the stories that are presented today, they are available on the Green Destinations website in the Top 100 program page. Now, Rob, please, I'll let you say a few words before you introduce Rika.
Sure. Sorry, I watched the video and got excited. So my apologies. No, it's great just to see. I mean, these are real community-led initiatives, and that's what this is all about. You know, seeing great examples, unique examples in Japan after the tsunami, and then in Guyana, and then Tunisia. I mean, it's really cool, just the diversity and uniqueness of each one of these stories. So congratulations again to all the finalists, the winner, and all the nominees. So yes, now excited to pass it over to Rika Jean-François, longtime friend. Nice to see you, Rika, and we'll let you take it from here.
Yeah, so I will first of all say a big hello from Berlin. And thank you for inviting me to welcome you to the Green Destination Awards 2022. I have said this before many times. ITB Berlin is really proud to have been cooperating with the Green Destinations Awards since a long time. You know, after starting with the awards on Hall 4.1 at ITB, and then celebrating on the impressive stage at the Palais at the end, you know. But unfortunately, yeah, the pandemic hit us all, and for the 3rd year in a row, we don't have a physical IB. We had a digital ITB convention yesterday, but it's not the same, you know. So hopefully next year again at ITB. But I truly miss the good vibes and all these happy faces, you know, of yours, of the awardees who always deserve to be honored. You know, people who had started with a tiny but brilliant idea, which became a reality due to true engagement and passion. So really inspiring examples. So yeah, if you would put all these projects together like a puzzle, they would form an amazing big picture, one can say, like emitting power. The power to make the world a better place and to work on it and use tourism as a tool for and force for good. So we often ask ourselves whether an initiative might be too small to be groundbreaking or not relevant enough, you know, to be mentioned. But I really think that each of these initiatives is important, even if not everything is perfect yet. So we need to start somewhere, and we need to acknowledge every serious attempt, as they give hope to all of us. We can actually intervene, and we can change. We can make change happen, and I think this is so important. And now more than ever, you know, as we all feel that climate change is real, we know what's happening in Australia right now, you know, and there's this is so horrible just to think of what the climate change is already doing. And now, in the light of recent events, we all totally deeply saddened because of that we have to face a challenge like war now. But there are other wars also going on, and our heart goes out to all the wars happening on that world, because peace is the only solution. And there is no tourism without peace, and there's no life without peace. So yeah, this is really something sad, but to be more optimistic, because I don't want to be pessimistic, we need to face the reality. We need intelligent and resilient solutions. There is no time to lose anymore, but we can do it. We still can do it. We also heard that yesterday on the ITB convention, when Professor Restream from the Potsdam Institute of Climate Change, where we said we still can do it, but we have to start. You know, we don't have to lose time. And even though the pandemic bore awful consequences, on the other hand, tourism industry stakeholders saw really an opportunity to rethink the way they're doing tourism and to finally implement more sustainable and socially responsible tourism practices. So the Green Destination Awards 2022 will introduce us, are already introducing us to some of them. And once again, we will be able to witness an impressive row of really best examples and stories of local people who are leaving the beaten path and who are securing meaningful change in their destinations all over the world and in various ways. So what I always truly appreciate is also the passion of the team of Albert and Louise and Rob, you know, from GLP Films. So you're both long-standing partners of ITB, and I really appreciate that. And it's not just a project, but it's really an affair of the heart. So yeah, I'm very inspired, and I think everybody else is. So yeah, this is the welcome from ITB to the Destination Awards 2022. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rika, for this. And the next category of awards that we will actually unveil is the ITB Earth Awards. So I'm giving the floor back to you to unveil this prestigious
for the awards. Yeah, that's great.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, it's my great honor today to present the winners of the 2022 Berlin ITB Berlin Green Destination Earth Award. The Earth Award acknowledges always global pioneers combating climate change and environmental harm. And we've been examining quite a lot of interesting projects, but the one that persuaded us most reflects an extremely forward-looking, ambitious approach, I think. So yeah, the Green Destination Awards really means a lot to us as ITB, as we can show our support for destinations that are really doing something and are making deeds follow words. So these best practices and stories must be shared with our tourism industry in order to inspire others to do the same, or to help them develop their own route to stopping environmental harm and campaigning for social responsible future in tourism. We need this type of practical approach. So we are really happy as ITB to be part of this global movement, supporting a green future, and to once again honor an outstanding practice with the ITB Award 2022. So these were a lot of words. And now I think everybody is excited, hopefully. Who is the winner? The ITB Earth Award 2022 goes to the Azores. It goes to Graciosa as a model island. Congratulations. Yeah, we believe that Graciosa can be a lighthouse project actually for other islands too, not only in the high developed northern European destinations, but also in the south, in the global south and in the south of Europe. Governmental vision and long-term planning and investment, along with community support, can really achieve transformation. So my sincere congratulations to Portugal, to the Azores, and to all of you at Green Destinations. Well done.
Yes, congratulations to the Azores for this award. It is very well deserved. And I think Carolina Mendoza has recorded a few words to receive this award and explain a little bit about her good practice story.
Hello, my name is Carolina. I'm the Azores DMO coordinator, and I am so pleased with this award. I would like to thank you very much, ITV Berlin and Green Destinations, for recognizing the leadership that the Azores is taking in fighting climate change. Energy efficiency is one of these projects. We have so much geothermal energy dependency, but also we depend a lot on fossil fuels. And Graciosa is one example of a project in Highland. Is much more reliant on solar and wind power with such a technology that allows the island to produce renewable energy for 24 hours. There is a set of incentives that the regional government took to accelerate this transition. So we are very pleased to be recognized with this award. Thank you once more.
Yeah, congratulations. I've been to the Azores and it's beautiful. Everybody should go.
Noted. Now, Rob, I think it's time to move on to the next category, nature and ecotourism. So if you'd like to introduce it.
Yep. So congratulations again, Azores, for winning the ITV Earth Award. Really great to see Carolina again. Azores won an award last year, so really nice to see them back. But yes, the third category is nature and ecotourism. Many of you know me, and I'm a huge fan of the outdoors and nature. And I will say, through the hardship of COVID over the last 2 years, if there's one real sign and of positivity that I've seen, it's really all of our appreciation for nature and the outdoors. And that spreads to tourism and ecotourism and sustainability, and now hearing so much regenerative tourism. So some really positive changes that have happened, that have come despite the challenges of the pandemic. So this third category, nature and ecotourism, we've got 6 great nominees, and they are Cardamom Tented Camp in Cambodia, the Amami Oshima Island in Japan, pardon my pronunciations here, Orleans in Brazil, Aturo Island in Timor-Leste, Reserva Nacional Pacaya Samiria in Peru, boy, that's a long one, and then Port Douglas and Daintree in Australia. So again, thank you to all those people that, all those destinations that registered and became a nominee, and really a lot of work has gone into this. So I wanted to congratulate the 3 finalists, and those are Cardamom Tented Camp in Cambodia, Reserva Nacional Pacaya Samiria from Peru, and Aturo Island in Timor-Leste. Okay. So let's see their stories, their individual stories in this next video.
This is an actual national park that is actually divvied up in a number of economic concessions. The 18,000 hectares, that is our economic concession, was supposed to be a tourism economic project. The challenge was to keep that tourism element as small as possible, because really what we wanted to do with this is conserve the nature and conserve wildlife. But we had to do some kind of a tourism project. And that's how we rolled into, why don't we do a tented camp? It's very light carbon footprint. The key issue with the protected areas, so we have mostly lowland rainforest. It's quite easy accessible for hunters and so on, loggers. So there was a lot of illegal logging, a lot of hunting, a lot of snares. And over the last couple of years, we more or less, well, I have to say, Wildlife Alliance more or less has eradicated completely. And we see wildlife returning at a pretty much unprecedented pace. Wildlife Alliance is a nature conservation, wildlife protecting NGO. And they run the patrols on the 180 square kilometers of our combined protected area. By us doing the tents, we create funding for the rangers. So that is number one. Number two is if you are in a remote area and you don't see anybody like the rangers do, it becomes very monotonous. And by us having travelers visit the ranger stations and talk about, so the rangers can talk about what they're doing, it's also very good for the rangers, who then get to talk to guests and get pride out of their work, because it's really is amazing what they do.
Ecotourism-based management is helpful to the people of the island, which is now people are tend to more likely to focus on marine ecotourism. It's very successful on the island because it makes less impact to the environment, impact to the natural resource. It respects the cultural value of the Atoll Island. They take people to a marine protected area. People do snorkeling and they see many species there, and this is good, and when they go back to their homeland, they will share more their experience in Atoll Island, and then every year people may come over visiting to the island. It takes time for you to be more patient, especially the community in Atoll Island are far away from internet, far away from lack of education in terms of sustainable management issues. So this is, I would like to encourage that for those kind of community, we need to share more information, engagement, to approach more to the communities, meetings and stuff. And sometimes, we spend time for doing volunteer activities with them, share with them about the sustainable management of marine resources. Since we started 2 decades, the community of Dallas see the value of ecotourism, of sustainable management.
Soy especialista en turismo de la Reserva Nacional Pacaya-Samiria, más conocida como la Selva de los Espejos, porque las aguas negras de los ríos que atraviesan el área reflejan de manera como un espejo, ¿no?, la naturaleza, el bosque, los cielos. La Reserva Nacional Pacaya-Samiria es una de las áreas más grandes del país. Tiene más de 2.080.000 hectáreas que protegen un vasto bosque tropical inundable y preserva especies que solo se ven en esta zona de la Amazonía, en esta zona del mundo, como son el delfín rosado, el lotoromo, las tortugas taricayas, ¿no?, y una gran variedad de aves. Uno de los mayores retos ha sido poder trabajar en la concientización de la población. El área protegida se encuentra rodeada por mucha población que usa o tiene como principal fuente de recursos para vivir el área natural protegida, por lo que trabajar con ellos el valor de conservar una especie. Ellos también han aprendido que la actividad turística les permite tener mayores ingresos, alternativas y también abrirse un poco más al mundo, ¿no?, y conocer a través de los turistas formas de conservar, ¿no?, o formas de realizar turismo sostenible.
Again, love these local stories, have to say. Really great to see the diverse mix. Looking at anti-poaching, which is so important in forested areas of Cambodia, looking at sustainable tourism on the islands of Timor-Leste. And then lastly, looking at real community-based tourism, which is such an important trend coming out of the pandemic, so important, involving local communities in tourism more directly coming here. So we do have a unique situation. We actually have a tie. 2 of the finalists had the exact count of votes from the jury. So a tie for second place is Cardamom Tented Camp in Cambodia. and then Reserva Nacional Pacaya Simiria in Peru. So last but not least, or that leaves the winner of the Green Destination Story Award category, Nature and Ecotourism, goes to Aturo Island in Timor-Leste. So congratulations to Timor-Leste and the other two finalists. And again, like we keep saying, all the nominees that submitted to this category.
Yes, congratulations. And thank you again so much to all the finalists and the nominated destinations for this category, but also of today, for sharing their story. It's not only just a great opportunity for them to share their efforts and contribute to storytelling around their destinations and position themselves, but it's also a great opportunity for other destinations to learn from, and for tour operators and visitors to learn about destinations that are committed to creating a better tourism and a better future. And now let's present the next category, environment and climate. So it can sometimes be daunting when we see the impact that our activities have on the environment. And it is a pleasure for us today to present the nominated destinations for this category, who have all tried to tackle these challenges that they face. So the 6 nominees for these categories are Gocta Cuelap Amazonas in Peru, Club Paradise Palawan in the Philippines, Tartu in Estonia, Terres de Libre in Spain, Margaret River in Australia, and Tibau do Sul in Brazil. So congratulations to all of these nominees, and thank you for sharing your stories. They can all be found again on the Green Destinations website, but the 3 finalists selected by the jury are Terres de Libre in Spain, Margaret River in Australia, and Club Paradise Palawan in the Philippines. So let's discover their story.
When you're grappling with such a big, overwhelming problem, it can be quite terrifying, and it can be quite paralysing for people to not know where to start. But really, the best thing you can do is just make a start somewhere. The southwest of Western Australia is one of the places that has been the first to really feel those impacts of climate change. We have seen declining rainfall here since the mid-70s, and that has actually had quite a big impact on our local community and our local environment.
Being part of the outdoors, you gain sort of a natural appreciation for what you're trying to protect. I've lived here for a little over, at that point in time, a little over 10 years. And yeah, there's definitely changes in weather patterns, decreased rainfall. You see it when you're walking along, when you see the erosion along the beaches, when you're surfing, that kind of thing. So, you know, those things you're sort of, you know, part of every single day, you're trying to protect, and you're noticing those changes at the same time. Yeah, the Climate Action Summit was held in May 2019. However, leading up to the event, we had numerous community consultation with a wide range of the community.
We have some incredible work being done in terms of regenerative agriculture locally. We have some great projects around clean community energy. So we have now a clean community energy group locally, and they're looking at doing all sorts of really exciting projects.
We managed to get quite a bit of media exposure following the summit, and I think that was partly because it was quite innovative in the way that we engaged with the community, and partly because we leveraged the World Surfing event to really put it out there in the public eye.
If we take action, it's our way of turning it into a positive thing. We can feel like we're back in control and we're doing something, and it can actually just really lift our community out of that sense of despair and into that sense of hope for a better future.
The project involved many stakeholders, and one part of it was to ask the children their opinion about beach management. And we organized the challenge for them, a workshop, in order to make them be creative and giving us ideas about how to do it properly for a better future. The challenge for Terras de l'Ebre is to take advantage of the low season more than avoid problems in high season. We are struggling for extending the activity throughout the year. As a result, we will have better jobs. We will keep our people not going to Barcelona to find a better job. Sustainability in beach management for me is better governance of this very important resource of our destination. Better way of communication with all people, all agents that have to do with the beaches, stakeholders, visitors, and also kids, as I said before. What is unique in this project is that we established a system that offers the possibility to many different kinds of people to connect and to provide information and get information back from others in order to have a better system for managing this important resort.
We are in an isolated island. We are within the UNESCO biosphere, and Palawan is one of the best, if not the best, islands in the world. So it's just but up for us to do something to take care of the island for sustainability, because it's not just about for marketing, it's not just about to lure people to come in. It's more of like we want to create really a strong message out there that sustainability and being eco-friendly is something that has to be part of everyone's life. We're just visitors. As I always say with the guests, you can see wildlife roaming around, and they're the original inhabitants of the island. So it's just but right for us to respect their home and do something to ensure that the island will be sustained for the future generation. We're trying to give a strong message to the community around us and to the guests that we're really into it. We're really taking care of the environment, and we're doing baby steps, and one of which is managing solid waste out of the island. The most important thing that we, the resort owners and the operators, should focus on is the staff. They will be your torch bearers, first and foremost. The staff has to embrace, not only, put them on their head, but the most important thing is that they have to accept with their heart, because it's going to be a lifestyle. It's not something that, it's just a means of obligation just to comply because this is what the management wants. But I am doing this because I like doing this. I'm doing this because I'm not an employee only. I'm doing this because I am a part of the community, and I will be affected. My family is going to be affected later on. The success and the failure of this program depends on me, the man in the mirror.
I'm sure those are wonderful stories, and I'm sure we're all waiting to hear who the winner is, or who the winners are. So let's not wait any longer. The third place goes to Margaret River in Australia. Well done. The second place goes to Club Paradise Palawan in the Philippines. Again, congratulations. And that means that the winner of the Green Destination Story Awards for the category Environment and Climate goes to Terras de l'Ebre in Spain. Congratulations. Well done.
Congratulations, everyone. And I will say, climate change is one of those topics that we hear constantly. It's everywhere. It's complicated. It's hard to track. It's hard to monitor. And so I think one of the takeaways, at least for me, is the importance of collaboration, the importance of sharing, the importance of telling these stories, even in a simple format. So again, thank you for all those folks that put the time and effort into nominating themselves or others for this year's competition.
Yeah, it's very true. And, for one destination facing a challenge, there are probably 1,000 ways to go about fixing it. But there's no doubt that there are other destinations out there that are facing a similar problem, if not the exact same one. And they could probably find invaluable insights in learning about a project that has already been implemented. So don't hesitate to share your story with the world. And this is just a quick reminder that for those of you who would like to share their destination's good practice story, and have a chance to be nominated to these Green Destination Story Awards next year, you must register to the 2022 Top 100 Stories competition, which is still open. And you can find all the information on the Green Destinations website or contact Green Destinations. So now, Rob, last but not least, the People's Choice Award. So let's go with it. So the People's Choice Award is an initiative that started last year to encourage the global audience to participate in this ceremony. The social media campaign, as I mentioned, was launched, allowing members of the public to vote for their favorite good practice story between the 4th of January and the 9th of February 2022. In total, we have registered more than 10,000 votes, and I am delighted to announce that the winner of the 2022 People's Choice Award is Bisenland in Romania with an impressive 1,726 votes. This is very impressive, and I would like to, well, Viorela Chipper will say a few words, has recorded a few words, sorry, to receive this awards and explain a bit about the good practice story.
Hello, this is Viorela Chipper from Bisenland Association, representing Bisenland destination from Romania. Almost 200 years ago, the bisons were disappearing from our region. In order to bring them back, the administration started a program of rewilding. 10 years ago were released the first bisons. Nowadays, there are more than 50 bisons in the wild, and almost half of them were born in the wild. And this gives us a proof of the success of the program. Bisenland is a small destination in the northeast of Romania. Besides the fact that we are really happy to have this support, this is also a motivation for us to continue our work. Thank you for voting for us, and we are inviting you to visit Bisenland and to live the legend together with us.
Well, congratulations, Bisenland Association. I'm a huge fan of rewilding. It's happening everywhere across Europe and all around the world. It's really exciting to see, some of the original wildlife communities and habitat and coming back. So it's awesome to see. Congrats.
Yes, my apologies. I said last but not least, but we do have now last but not least. The last category of awards presented today, Tourism Reset and Recovery. So reset and recovery have almost become trendy words at this point, I feel, my opinion. But I just would like to remind you all the importance of their meaning. Tourism must reset and recover, but should do so not with the aim of coming back to 2019 tourism arrivals, like we can see some destinations around the world aiming to, now that the borders are starting to reopen and regulations are starting to ease. It's absolutely vital that any restart of tourism is done in a sustainable way. And we all have a role to play in that. Destination managers should aim to influence new policies, strategic development, but tour operators and other tourism professionals can also play a role and influence decision-making. And visitors should also be mindful and can influence change with where they put their money. So we don't often think about this when selecting a destination to travel, but I think it's important to prioritize these destinations that are putting quality over quantity. And if you're not sure about where to find these destinations, you can always have a look at the Good Travel Guide, where you can find all the destinations that have committed to more sustainable tourism, being recognized for the basics of sustainability performance through the Top 100 competition, or going through more in-depth work with the Green Destinations Awards and Certification Program. Rob, I'll give you the floor to announce the nominees for our last category.
Yeah, so what makes this is really exciting because of our host Visit Portugal. We actually have 3 destinations are in this category as nominees, and those are Nazaré, Alto Minho, and Sintra. So again, all of these are 3 destinations in Portugal. The other nominees are Tabo in Brazil, Colca Canyon, Arequipa in Peru, and last but not least, Rapa Nui in Chile. And so ultimately, the jury members selected the 3 destinations as finalists were Nazaré in Portugal, Colca Canyon, Arequipa in Peru, and Rapa Nui in Chile. So let's see, as our last category for this year's Green Destination Story Awards, let's see this last video showcasing each of these 3 finalists.
Defining uniqueness about Nazaré involves a lot of things. The people, friendly, love to host, the landscape, amazing, our traditions, the biggest waves of the planet, all of that represents the uniqueness of Nazaré. We are glad to say that the big waves, which happen only in wintertime from October to March, not only fill up the village during those times, but also bring more people to our high season, which is summer. And the vision behind the Big Waves project was, of course, getting the local economy working the entire year. That's the main challenge, and that's the focus that we had with the development of this project, making sure that all of our people working in tourism having a solid base of clients during the entire year. Communication was a pivotal element in order to make sure that we got Nazaré to the stand or to the position of a global brand. And that has been quite successful for the village, for their businessmen, for the people, which is a quite friendly people that love to host and love to entertain whoever wants to visit us and show them our culture. And as I've said, sir, has allowed us to have not a couple of months of high season, but to have tourism between 10 to 11 months a year.
El pueblo de Cibayo está ubicado en la parte alta de la provincia de Caylloma, en el Valle del Colca, ¿no? En la parte alta, a 3.800 metros sobre el nivel del mar. Cibayo es un principal destino turístico para experimentar el turismo rural comunitario o turismo vivencial. Y también Cibayo practica mucho sus costumbres y tradiciones, es decir, su cultura viva. Y las mujeres y los varones se dedican a actividades muy antiguas. Por ejemplo, el tejido, ¿no? Las mujeres se dedican al tejido, a la artesanía, y los varones se dedican a las actividades de la crianza de camélidos. Los beneficios del turismo rural comunitario en Cibayo han sido que la población ha empezado a cambiar, ¿no? Su condición de vida, es decir, antes ellos no tenían acceso a los servicios básicos, no tenían, digamos, unos baños, ¿no? Limpios, con todos sus accesorios, no tenían duchas, no tenían una cocina, digamos, donde puedan preparar un buen alimento. Entonces ahora con el turismo comunitario sí, porque comparten con los visitantes sus mejores platos, ¿no? Sus mejores servicios. Entonces eso a ellos también les ha mejorado su condición de vida. Y lo más importante es la platita, que también ya hay un ingreso, ¿no? Yo me siento muy contento y satisfecho también a nombre de toda mi población, porque hemos desechado el egoísmo, ¿no? Solamente hemos logrado esto con un trabajo comunitario, es decir, que todos hemos pensado en lo mismo, todos nos hemos propuesto una cosa y lo estamos logrando.
La isla en Rapa Nui es mágica, es difícil de explicar a otra persona que nunca ha ido cómo es la vida ahí. Desde el comienzo de la pandemia generó un gran cambio a lo que fue a nivel de la isla. Antiguamente se recibía una cantidad enorme de visitantes, estamos hablando de más de 150.000, y a través de diversos financiamientos estatales del gobierno de Chile, se pudo lograr una contratación de 800 personas trabajando para el municipio, lo que generó una ayuda económica importante debido a que esta se encontraba completamente cerrada, que permitió de cierta forma trabajar como lo que se le conoce como la economía circular. Esta lejanía también nos ha entregado a nosotros esta herencia cultural, ya sea de el baile, el canto, nuestra lengua. Antes era como más turístico, por decirlo así, que de la gente local. Entonces hoy en día tú puedes disfrutar de estos espacios y aprender cosas que antes no las hacías porque el ritmo de la vida, el turismo era muy rápido. Todos los días entraba y salía gente, era una locura. Nosotros estamos trabajando todos los días en mejorar nuestras condiciones, en cómo ser un destino sostenible, aunque nosotros sabemos que un destino jamás va a ser 100% sostenible. Nosotros vemos que partes de la isla se producen desprendimientos de roca, el mar cada vez está subiendo un poco más, entonces para nosotros es importante el cómo vemos hoy en día la isla y cómo la vamos a ver de aquí a 20, 30 años más, lo que va a disfrutar mis hijos, mis nietos y así. La sabiduría ancestral es clave para enfrentar los cambios que se viven y de esta manera orientar a la comunidad hacia un desarrollo sostenible.
Well, I'll definitely say coming out of the pandemic too, the unique experience it provided destinations like Rapa Nui, having just seen their story, it's amazing. You know, they're cut off, no tourists coming. And really that opportunity to take that time, that 2-year window to pivot, to transform, to become resilient and looking at more of a circular economy. It's a great story. I'll also say, boy, those waves in Portugal, who wants to go surfing now? But overall, I will say this common thread continues of the importance of community, the importance of collaboration with all these great stories we're showing today. So I want to say now that third place goes to Rapa Nui in Chile. Congratulations to everyone. Second place goes to Nazaré in Portugal. And last but not least, this means that the winner of the Green Destination Story Award category, Tourism Reset and Recovery, goes to Colca Canyon, Arequipa in Peru. So congratulations to Peru, to Portugal, to Chile, and again, everyone else that was involved.
Yes, congratulations indeed. It was such an honor for us to present you with these inspiring good practice stories. And again, a quick reminder that you can read the full stories on the Green Destinations website, and we encourage you to share them with your networks. The only way that we can really make an impact and create change that we need is by working together, as you just said, collaboration. So we thank each and every destination from the 2021 Top 100 Stories competition for submitting their story, and congratulate all nominees and winners today. Well done to all of you. We look forward to hearing about further developments of your projects. I know we are hosting this ceremony virtually today, but I really think that they all deserve a round of applause. So we can't hear you all, but please, let's just give them a round of applause. They truly deserve it, you know. Hopefully next year we can actually applaud the winners, Rika at ITV Berlin, fingers crossed. So should you share these stories on social media, don't hesitate to tag Green Destinations, GLP Films, ITV Berlin, Visit Portugal, our great host today. We'd love to engage with your content, and don't hesitate to look into the 2022 Top 100 Stories competition for those of you who know of a story that should be shared with the world and would deserve one of these awards, maybe. And finally, thank you very much to all the partners involved in the creation of this event. It has been a real pleasure working with you. A special thank you to Visit Portugal for joining us today and hosting this ceremony. It's truly been an honor. And another special thank you to GLP Films for creating all the videos that you've watched today. This ceremony would really not be the same without them. Rob, if you'd like to say a few words for closing this ceremony.
Sure. Well, I would say first and foremost, thank you to everyone for joining us today. We're all busy. It's a turbulent world out there, and I hope you come out of this being inspired. I think if there's a couple themes I would say from this year's event is the importance of sustainability, the importance of regenerative, really looking forward, this sort of build back better. How do we make tourism better to help local communities, the environment, culture, all the variables and aspects of tourism that we all love, you know, and like Louise said earlier, let's not go back to the way tourism was in 2019 and before. We saw some of those challenges. Tourism has changed, it needs to change, and travelers want it to change. So I hope you really enjoyed these powerful stories, positive stories out there. And also just on the theme of positivity, we will be launching just over the coming weeks and months, a whole series of videos really celebrating the future of tourism and where things are going. So again, thank you. It was great, Albert and Louise and the rest of your team at Green Destinations to work together this year. Great to see you, Rika, with ITV Berlin and having Visit Portugal get involved. So it was really quite an honor on our end, and we're really hope everyone enjoyed it, and have a great rest of your day. And Albert.
Albert, you're muted.
Sorry. Thank you. Thank you, Rob and Louise, for running the ceremony in a great way, in a bright way. I'd like to echo Louise's words and also Rob's word by thanking you very briefly again for your participation in this event. I think the participants in the competition for their stories. I congratulate wholeheartedly the winners of today. Please continue to share these stories, other stories, new stories, your experiences, and your expertise, because we need your inspiration. You will encourage us, all of us. And only together we will be able to build a better tourism for a sustainable future. And also a big thanks to Visit Portugal for hosting the ceremony, being ambassadors for sustainable tourism development. And you delivered us several finalists and winners today. So great job. And I'm already looking forward to seeing you all at the next ITB event, but also at the next Green Destinations event, which will be live in Athens during the last week of September this year. And there our storytelling will continue for 3 days. So see you in Greece in September. Bye-bye. Have a great day.